Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Crystal Flaffy, and today we are going to be talking about Siegfried. Kind of seems random at first, but the reason why we're doing Siegfried today is because he is the Nat 5 we can get from the clan shop, so he does have some significance, and also you can get him from Colossus as well, but we'll get to that. Let's just jump into it. We'll go to Fire first. So for those that don't know how to get Siegfried, what you gotta do, just participate in clan battles until you get 800 clan points, and then you can summon a Siegfried right there. Just takes time, that's all. You don't really want to spend your clan points on anything else at first, at least early on. Actually, let's go back to that menu, just so we can quickly run over that. So, pretty much the only thing that you'll want to get from here is the Siegfried eggs and the gems. So, if you're in an active clan, you get like 60 to 70 points at the end of the week. I think with Celeria I get 70, if I remember right. And the gems only cost 60. But then you also build up clan points from your attacks during the week, so you can get like 1, 2, I think it's like 1 to 3 that you can get per battle. So they'll pile up relatively quickly, and then you can get your Siegfried eggs. So make sure you're doing that, and don't spend your clan points on anything else. At least until after you've got all your Sigs that you need built, you know? But by then you'll not need to watch videos like this, so you should be good. Anyway, let's get on with it. Here we go. Fire Siegfried's up first. Let's look at the... Well, actually, no. We'll get to the variant after. So, looking at his appearance, Siegfried is just a cool mon overall. He's just so cool. Here's the variant. That screen. I like the variant more. Yeah. Looking at his stats, Fire Siegfried is an attacker. He has okay HP, you know, his HP is kinda low for a Nat 5 attacker, but there's good reason for it. Looking at his defense is pretty damn good, and his attack is amazing. He has the second highest attack stat in the game. It is only lower than Light Draka. I went through the mons, and unless I missed one, which I don't think I did. Unless I missed one, I'm right. And who knows, later on they might change this, add a mon with a higher attack or give somebody a buff, who knows. But for now, he's the second highest attack. He has the second highest attack stat in the game. We'll go to his skills. He has a morale boost, 30% on his 3-star. That gets a 25% damage boost from books, and elemental edge on his 5-star, which gets a 30% damage boost from books. And looking at the variant, the leader skill, it increases allies' defense by 40 to 45% in clan battles. Well, that's not super useful for Fire Siegfried for Titans, but will be useful with him for CVC, because places that you can use him include PvP for offense, which you can use as leader skill there for CVC battles. And farming is definitely the #1 place. He's amazing for farming because his high attack and his elemental edge on 5-star. And then also, he's good for GB9 and DB10 specifically as well. With those floors, he's still going to do a lot of damage because he does have the elemental advantage. Not talking about his skill, just being a Firemon over Woodmons, he already has that. And he has his high attack stat, but he's not going to get a boost from his 5-star skill. So, while he is good there, he's not the greatest, just because his 5-star doesn't give him any boost there. But it does give him boosts in any other dungeon or any other floor that has mons that aren't wood. So he's good farming for overall. And I have seen him on PvP defense during like special season, and I don't think it's that great, because either he's not going to be built to be doing enough damage, or he's just going to die as soon as he pops up. So I don't recommend that, but it is something that I've seen people do. And how I would gem him crit rate attack attack, crit rate attack crit damage, or crit rate attack. I don't know what would be better for HP or defense, so you can try either or. But crit rate attack HP or crit rate attack defense can work. But I would only use a survivability gem if you plan to use them for PvP. If you use them for farming, I would definitely go crit rate attack attack or crit rate attack crit damage on Siphon. And for PvP, I'd go Ruin. If you can build a set. If not, Broken Set is fine. And I believe that is it for this one. I do not have a Fire Siegfried built. I only have Water and Light built. So I'll show those ones later on. There's no reason why I didn't build Fire. He's definitely an amazing mon. I just didn't build it because I didn't really need it. So, yeah. Anyway, here we have Water Siegfried. Here's the variant. I do love the variant. Mine is a variant, so I just got used to it. And I don't know, the pink and the blue, just like, I love it. Okay, so he is an attacker. His HP is really good. It's 4,000 points higher than Fire's, just about. And his defense is about the same, but his attack is much lower. It's almost 800, like 750 points lower, something like that. But it is okay if his attack was crazy high, you know. He's like a really good mon, so like even with this low low attack, which it is low for a Nat 5 attacker, but it's still good, it's still usable. Anyway, enough rambling, let's get on to the skills. He has an exposed weakness, 80% 2 turns on 3-star. It does go up to 3 did I say 2 turns? 80% 2 turns. And then skill books put it up to 80% 3 turns and give a 15% damage boost. And then Courageous Strike on 5-star and books give it a 20% damage boost. That 3 turns for his exposed weakness, it's really not useful at all, just because the place that you'd want to use him, or the places that you'd want to use him, the exposed weakness, you would use it as soon as it pops up. So, and we already know exposed weakness goes away after it's been used once, as soon as that first mon hits it. So the 3 turns doesn't really matter. 2 turns makes it okay, because if you put him on... So you're going to want to use him for Titans, and if you put him on your right side, and his exposed weakness doesn't get popped, and if it was 1 turn, it would just go away right there like that, but if it's 2 turns, it'll last until the next round, so the left side can hit it. But because he's exposed weakness, you're probably going to want him on your left side anyway, so that the right side can hit it. And then you can also use him in Fire Colossus as well. His exposed weakness can just speed up your times there a little bit. And how I would build him offensively, like crit rate attack attack, crit rate attack crit damage, or attack attack crit damage. This is using him for Titans, of course. If you're going to use him for Colossus, maybe not go for attack attack crit damage. I don't know. Well, yeah, you could still do that, just because you'd want him in your Colossus team just for that exposed weakness, because it would take a little while for him to get his 5-star, to get that Courageous Strike, so you won't be putting him there for damage. You'd be putting him there for exposed weakness. Whereas for Titans, you're putting him there for both the exposed weakness and the damage. And, of course, leader skill if you can get a variant. Now let's move on to... Now let's move on to Wood. Now, Wood is... Oh, I passed it. The least desirable of the Siegfrieds. Not that it's bad, it's just the other ones are really good, and this one is nothing special. So we'll look at its appearance real quick. There's the variant. I like the regular one. I feel like this... What is it, like a teal color or whatever? I feel like it's off-putting to me. But I like the green here. I think they go well. I think the green and orange go really well here. But we'll look at his stats real quick. He is a tank, 39k HP, which honestly isn't super great for a Nat 5 tank. When comparing that to other tanks we have, like Wood Draka has over 50k HP, I think, as well as Light Siegfried. Light Shiva. So, considering his his HP is like more than 10k lower than theirs, doesn't really show that his HP is that great, but it is good overall. It's really good compared to Nat 4 tanks and Nat 3s, of course, but compared to other Nat 5 tanks, it could be better. But he does have a good attack stat, and his defense, well, lower than you'd want, it is still okay. It's still usable. Looking at his skills, now this is the part that makes him least desirable to me, just because he has the exact same skill combo as Wood Miho. His skill chances are better, of course, but they're the same skills, so why build Wood Siegfried when you can just build Wood Miho and focus on other Siegfrieds that are better? I don't know. But I have seen Wood Siegfrieds in PvP and whatnot, so I know they are useful. But anyway, speaking about his skills specifically, we have defense down on 3-star, 80% 3 turns. Skill books just give a 25% damage boost. Can't really make that much better. If you get it 100% 3 turns, that is really, really, really good. That would be the best possible defense down in the game, which I think only Light Wildfang has that after books. Light Anubis might, but I don't remember what his is after books. Anyway, and then stun 80% 1 turn on 5-star. Books bring it up to 90% and give a 15% damage boost. Where you'd want to use it is Titans or PvP defense. If you're using for Titans, of course you're going to want it there for that defense down, because of course 80% 3-turn defense down is amazing. So he could be good there. Wood Miho's is only 60%, even after books. So I was just saying that just so we can compare, you know, since they are very similar. So like Siegfried, of course, is better than Wood Miho. It's just that because she does the same thing as him, and he requires a lot more resources, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of not worth it, if I were to put it that way, I guess, to sum it up. And then, of course, you can use them for PvP defense, because that stun 90% 1 turn on AoE after books is really good. Even before books, it's still very good, but we know single turn defense down isn't great on PvP defense, just because once it lands that defense down, all of your defense mons AI are going to target that defense down mon, which could be really bad and can cost you games. So, because we already know the defense team AI isn't that great. And how I would build HP defense, or HP defense. Because his defense is lower, I don't know, I think HP defense might be better, just because his HP is already really high comparatively to his defense. But I don't know. That would involve a lot of calculations and experimenting that I haven't done and don't intend to do. But anyway, let's move on to Light. Or should I do Light last? Yeah, I'll do Light last. I want to go over Dark first, just because Light is the last one you can get. But anyway, here's Dark. I love the purple. It's super nice. This is in like a bluer purple, you know. Got like a reddish purple and a bluish purple. I'll go with the variant just because I like the hair. So, yeah. Funny story, I did actually summon a variant Dark Siegfried from the Soul Stones, and I was so sad. Well, at first, as soon as it happened, I was like, yes! But then I got so sad because I only went for Dark Siegfried because I wanted a fuse for Light. So, it was a very, very wild roller coaster of emotions that I went through right there. But, anyway, we'll look at, I'll probably speak about that more when I'm showing my Light Siegfried. Anyway, stats. Defender, really good HP for a defender, and its defense stat is really good as well. It's the 5th highest in the game, if I counted right. The only ones higher would be Water, Wood, and Light Zubaji, and I don't remember who the other two were. Damn, I did this like literally 20 minutes ago and I just forgot. Well, there's only 2 other mons that are higher than it. I think maybe Light Nightmare? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it. Looking at his stats, he's a double defense aggression, so we already know what we're going to want to use him for. PvP could be defense or offense. His leader skill would also be really good for CVC, so keep that in mind. And also, again, offense, defense, doesn't matter. You can use him for Titans if you don't have good damage dealers yet, and his leader skill as well is very good for that, so keep that in mind. And then you can also use him for Light Colossus if you don't have good Dark Nukers for it just yet. He'll be able to do some damage. But of course, for both Titans and Colossus, you're going to want to swap him out for Courageous Strikers as soon as you can. But he is a good placeholder. Definitely a good placeholder. And how I would build, just like other pure aggressors, defense, defense, defense. Well, pure defense aggressors, and Ruin or Armor set would be most beneficial, while focusing on both resist and crit rate substats. HP substats too, of course, but that resist is probably the most important, just so he doesn't get stun locked the whole time. But anyway, not much more to say about that. Not much to say about aggressors, period. But let's go over to Light Siegfried now. Oh, I just realized I didn't even show off the lower Evo forms. So here's Siegfried, Evo 1, Sigurd, Evo 2, and of course we got Dragon's Bane Sigurd Evo 3, which, looking at Light, definitely reminds me of Laxus from Fairy Tail. Especially because, like, Dragon Bane, Dragon Slayer, you know? Here's the variant. Mine is not a variant. I would love it if it was, because it looks really damn cool. And also the variant leader skill is amazing for Light Siegfried specifically, because you can see he's double Courageous Strikers, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let's talk about his stats first. As you can see, he's a balanced type. He has good attack and HP. His defense is lower than to be desired, but it's still good, you know? His defense is more closer to that of an attacker rather than a balanced type. So he could use a little buff there, but it's alright. It would make him a lot better, and he's already really good, so it's not very necessary. But anyway, his skills, double Courageous Strike, as I said, gets a 20% damage boost on both from books. Just realized I forgot to mention Dark Siegfried for skill books, and that's just because I don't have it anymore, so I don't know what the skill book values are. I tried looking it up and I couldn't find it, so it's obviously just going to be a damage boost. It's just how much that damage boost is, I'm not sure. It will be between 20 and 35%, most likely. Most likely 20. But anyway, back to Light. Where you'd want to use it is either Titans and Dark Colossus. Those are pretty much the only two places that you'd want to use them. Dark Colossus, of course, you would just use him there as a nuke to go take down the Colossus or whatever. I do use mine for that, though not in the first line. I use him in my second line. I'll use my first line to get him down to half so he can use his ultimate attack or whatever, and then I will send out my backup, my second line that does have my Light Siegfried, to finish him off from there. And then, of course, using him for Titans against Dark Titan, you can get really good damage. I don't get good damage out of mine because mine isn't built super great just yet. I'll get there eventually, but other people, I've seen people in my clan, as well as on Reddit and whatnot, who get 10, 20, 30 mil, whatever, with their Siegfried in their Dark Titan teams, so he's definitely really good. And I've went to my inventory, my storage, as you can see, just so I can showcase the Siegfrieds that I have built. So here's my Water Siegfried. He is variant, full leech set. We'll start from the right. So attack, defense, and this is a flat attack stat, a flat attack gem, which does give pretty shitty attack. 715 is not good at all. But it did have a good attack sub, and it completed the set, so I am using it for now as a placeholder. I will definitely be switching it off when I get a better one. So I do have a 6-star percent gem here, so maybe I'll upgrade this one to plus 12, and use it, but the only reason that holding me back is it has bad subs. So there's that. Or, you know, maybe I can put this one on. I would have to calculate which one would give me a bigger boost between these two. Obviously this one has a higher percent sub, but I don't know how much percent that 715 would equal to, so I don't know how it would balance out just yet. I'll calculate that after I finish recording this, just to see which one would be better. Oh, actually, you know what? This one would definitely be better because it's not even plus 15 yet. Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna do this real quick, just some quick changes, and it gives a bit more resist, you know, and crit rate for the thirst, I believe. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, this doesn't have any crit rate or resist, so should do better with that. Oh, you know, I wasn't even looking at. I should have looked to see how much the attack bonus was, if it changed at all. And looking at these trinkets, none of them are upgraded, so no point in even going through them. You want to see his stats? There you go. I will be upgrading his trinkets, of course, to get his bulk up a bit, and I will be replacing that defense gem with most likely a crit rate gem if I do end up getting one, just so he can be more consistent with the amount of damage he deals. Then we'll go on to the light Siegfried that I have. Here we go. His trinkets aren't upgraded at all, and he doesn't have an HP trinket, which now he does. There you go. And he's on a Zeal set, but a poor one. It is triple attack with not the best substats. So I do plan to change this to attack crit damage with better substats, but this is just for now as a placeholder, and I'll be getting defense and HP from trinkets, of course, once I upgrade them. But looking at his attack is really good, so he can still do some damage. He will die very quickly. So there is that. And that is going to be, oh wait, priority. So we'll actually go over this way real quick just so we can show you guys like how you get him. See, so Colossus, this is where you get Dark Siegfried, and you use Dark Siegfried Diffuse for light, for those that didn't already know. And anyway, to prioritize them, I would go light first. Just as soon as you can start farming Colossus, just start building up those dark stones so you can fuse for light, because light and dark titans are the hardest titans to get by, and if you can get a light Siegfried, that would really help both you and your clan. So I definitely recommend going for them first. And then water Siegfried would be next for the same reason, just so you can get through Fire Titan. Fire Titan is one of the weaker ones, one of the quickest ones to go down, so it's not that high priority for Titans, but even just increasing your damage there would really help your clan, so that is something that I do recommend. And then I would go Fire next, because he's really good for farming. Whether or not he is necessary, I don't know. I never got one because I did build a Wild Fang and a Succubus, so I was able to farm the stages that required a Firemon right away. That's why I didn't end up building Fire Siegfried. But he is really good for farming and PvP offense, so he's definitely what I would recommend. And then Dark Siegfried would be fourth. The reason he's lower than Fire would probably only be because he was required to fuse for light. If he wasn't, then he would probably be higher than Fire. But since I'm more of a Titan person, I do put him lower in priority just because I would rather get light. And then Wood would be last just because Wood is just a stronger Wood Miho, and Wood Miho is farmable and very easy to build. And that's going to be all for this one. Sorry if I rambled a lot. I know I did. I always do, but I feel like I did more in this video. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Have yourselves a good day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.